Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, has already been stated by Honorable Abdi, or the Majority Leader. Today there was a sad incident that happened at around Kurume area in Mandera East Sub-County, where a bus that was ferrying locals from Lafey, Fino, Arabia towards Mandera was attacked with an IED. Mr. Speaker, we lost several lives. So far, 3 deaths have been confirmed. Around 5 to 6 people are in very critical condition at Mandera Referral Hospital. First of all, Mr. Speaker, I would like to send my condolences to the families of the bereaved. We pray that Allah grants them forgiveness and Jannah. I also wish a quick recovery to the injured who are at Mandera referral hospitals and various private hospitals. Mr. Speaker, these security incidences, terror attacks have become very common in Mandera County. Before it was around the route between Mandera and Elwak, but now it has spread to all the areas of the county. I think we need to arrest this situation. As stated by the Majority Leader, we have become a county of mourners, Mr. Speaker. We are always mourning the death of people through terror attacks, and we can no longer tolerate this, Mr. Speaker. I urge the security agencies to do their work, Mr. Speaker, because from my understanding, there is a lapse in the security agencies. Mr. Speaker, as you might be aware, Mandera County is the most militarized county in Kenya. Between here and Lafey, there are several military camps, several GSU camps, several RDU camps, police camps. Everywhere there is a gun and a soldier, Mr. Speaker. And a few boys are terrorizing this whole county. So I urge the county security team, the regional security team, and the national security agencies to do their work, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I wish also to send my condolences. Mr. Speaker, the number is now increasing. Latest we have been told it is 4 and 6 are in critical condition, Mr. Speaker, and we're informed there's evacuation going on. Mr. Speaker, today I happened to go to where the incident happened, and Mr. Speaker, I can tell you it is very shocking. I think this is the second incident whereby passenger bus is attacked. And you can imagine, Mr. Speaker, the whole bus overran the ID, and even life of the human beings, even animals, Mr. Speaker, were affected in that area. Mr. Speaker, the most shocking part is the incident happened at 7:30 and the security personnel arrived there at 9. Very shocking, Mr. Speaker. Less than 3 kilometers away from the town. And we are told sometimes back when we raised the concern that Mandera is under siege from the terrorists. These guys said otherwise. They are doing all the best, but today it has proved that these guys are doing nothing. Imagine responding after 2 hours, Mr. Speaker. And the only thing they went there is just doing the normal aerial view and those things. And Mr. Speaker, I would like again to thank the government, His Excellency, Governor Roba, for putting effort in making evacuation through AMREF. Mr. Speaker, I was personally there, and he said even if it is hiring four aeroplanes, the county will pay, which is, Mr. Speaker, a very good move. And Mr. Speaker, I send my condolences to the affected family at this trying moment. Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much. I also add my voice, Mr. Speaker, in sending my heartfelt condolences to the families who lost their loved ones this morning in the IED attack. And also our late CEC. We pray to the families that they have the patience to bear with the sadness, the situation they are in. Honorable Speaker, I also wish to thank the honorable members and members of the public who turn in large numbers at the Mandera County Referral Hospital to donate blood, Mr. Speaker, so as to save lives. I also want to appreciate our health workers who spared no effort in trying to save lives, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I just want to urge the county government, the national government, whose mandate it is the mandate to security organ comes under them, to take these security issues very seriously, Mr. Speaker.
You're consulting.
On the other hand, Mr. Speaker, I want to bring to the attention of the members who may not be aware that a week ago, a person went missing. His name is called Laftin Haji Ali. Mr. Speaker, he is believed to be in the hands of the security organs, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, we cannot, we are between, we don't know between the criminals and national government. I don't know none is better than the other. Mr. Speaker, on one hand, there is extrajudicial killing ongoing. On the other hand, Mr. Speaker, there is this issue of insecurity we are facing from outside, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I want to also call upon the security organs to produce Aftin Haji Ali, were alive or dead, in the shortest time possible, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, my name is Adam Al-Abdullahi, member representing Mandera Township. Mr. Speaker, I take this opportunity to send message of condolence to the families of our brothers who departed us and sisters. Mr. Speaker, the heinous attack that was used, targeted on our civil population was a very ugly, incident this morning, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I believe that we have enough or sufficient security personnel and equipments in our county, Mr. Speaker. But there's a blame somewhere. The laxity around us indicates that we have no soldiers around the county, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as a person, I blame this on the laxities that are created by poor management of security apparatus in the county, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I take this opportunity to appeal to the county commissioner and regional commissioner and our brother Matiangi that the lapse in security in Mandera is because of the poor management of security managers. The government should do everything possible to make sure security is a priority for Mandera people, like it is for Kenyans everywhere in the country, Mr. Speaker. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, I also take this opportunity to send my condolences to the family of our departed CC for Finance. And with those, Mr. Speaker, I say thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, I also want to join my colleagues to also send my heartfelt condolences message to the family who lost their loved ones on the unfortunate incident that happened this morning in the area of in Hagarsu area. Mr. Speaker, sir, almost 4 people have lost their life this morning, and really, those people, they don't know why they have lost their life. Mr. Speaker, sir, as it has been said before by my colleagues here, we have enough security in Mandera County, enough security. It's only that there's poor, coordination from the top to the low cadre people. Because we have enough security just here outside Mandera town. They're almost all multi-agent security team that are based in that camp. And this thing has just happened some 10 kilometers from just 2 kilometers from, from the incident area. And, it's very painful, Mr. Speaker, sir. What if you go outside like 30 or 20 kilometers away from this town? It's very serious. and something somewhere must be done. And we want to appeal Mr. Meteng and his team to pull up their socks and improve the security of this county. You know, we cannot joke with people's lives, Mr. Speaker, sir. And we have to take this matter seriously. We are turning this county to a terror hotbed. You know, we cannot be, you know, now and then blame, you know. We don't, you know, we are wondering, Mr. Speaker, sir. We are wondering. Some of us, we cannot even go to awards just because we are fearing for these guys. So, Mr. Speaker, before this security situation gets out of hand, we want to appeal to the county security team to immediately, you know, improve the security of this county. I also want to join my also to my colleagues that I also want to send my condolences to the departed Waziri, Mr. Waziri Barrow. We also feel the pain, and we also say sorry to the family. And thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, I also join my colleagues in condoling with the families who lost their loved ones today in the terror incident. Mr. Speaker, and I also wish those injured quickest recovery. Mr. Speaker, I happened to go to the site this morning. I was among the first people who went to the site, and I'm still traumatized because whatever I saw there was really traumatizing and shocking. So, Mr. Speaker, I also urge the security agencies to find out or to carry thorough investigation on what caused that incident that happened today and bring the culprits to book. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
So I also want to take this opportunity to stand with the family and send my sincere condolences to the family of the late CEC for finance, our brother who left us last week. And Mr. Speaker, the way the members have said is the truth, that he was a dedicated man and the only person who, when you go to his office, you find him throughout in his office on his computer doing work for this county. Mr. Speaker, we have nothing much to say. We only pray for him, the Almighty God, to forgive him and place him in Jannah, Mr. Speaker. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, this morning also an incident happened where a vehicle was hit by an IED, and we lost also some lives, Mr. Speaker. I also take this opportunity to send my sincere condolences, Mr. Speaker. As leaders of this county, we are grieved and we mourn with the families of those who have been affected. This issue of Al-Shabaab has affected. And Mr. Speaker, there is nothing much we can do, because security is not with us. We have shouted the much we can. Our leaders have even gone up to the highest office in this country. So there's nothing left for us other than our local solutions, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, I say Pole to the family of those who have been affected. I know there are members of this assembly who have relatives in, who are victims of that IED attack, and we say for them to the family. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.